Did you know that pigs, one of the most controversial animals in history, are directly mentioned in the Bible and play a surprisingly significant role in biblical teachings? Stay tuned to uncover the shocking truth about why pigs were banned, their deeper symbolism, and what this means for us today. Pigs. Unassuming farm animals to some, but for others, they carry a heavy spiritual and cultural weight. In the Bible, the pig is more than just an animal. It is a symbol of uncleanness, a metaphor for human folly, and even a subject of divine instruction. Why were pigs singled out in dietary laws? Is there a hidden meaning behind their exclusion? And could the pig represent something far greater than we've ever realized? In this video, we'll explore the profound significance of the pig in the Bible, its role in ancient Israelite society, its symbolic value, and what it reveals about God's commands. The Bible's view on pigs has sparked debates for centuries. In the Old Testament, pigs were labeled as unclean animals, forbidden from being eaten by the Israelites. This dietary law, outlined in Leviticus 11:7-8 and Deuteronomy 14:8, is clear. The pig, though it has a split hoof, does not chew the cud, making it impure. But this raises questions. Why were pigs singled out? Was this purely a matter of health and hygiene in a time without refrigeration? Or is there a deeper spiritual reason? Even in the New Testament, pigs appear in striking ways. In Matthew 8:28-34, Jesus drives demons out of 2 possessed men and into a herd of pigs, which then rush into the sea and drown. Why pigs? Was it a coincidence, or did their symbolic role make them the perfect vessel for this event? And then there's the cultural clash. Today, many Christians feel that the Old Testament dietary laws no longer apply, while others argue that the prohibition of pork still holds spiritual significance. The pig, it seems, has become a battleground for interpreting biblical commands, biblical passages, and symbolism. In Leviticus 11:7-8, the pig is classified as unclean because it doesn't meet the criteria for consumption. However, beyond the practical reasons of avoiding disease, many scholars believe the prohibition of pork was symbolic. Pigs, with their association with filth and greed, served as a metaphor for spiritual impurity. The story of the demons and the pigs in Matthew 8 reinforces this. The pigs act as a canvas for unclean spirits, symbolizing their detachment from God's holiness. Their drowning could be interpreted as a representation of cleansing or the ultimate destruction of evil. Cultural context in ancient Israel. In the ancient Near East, dietary restrictions were part of a larger framework to set the Israelites apart as God's chosen people. By abstaining from certain foods, like pork, they displayed obedience and allegiance to God. The pig, often used in pagan sacrifices in neighboring cultures, was likely avoided to distinguish Israel's worship practices. The New Testament and pigs. The New Testament brings a shift. In Mark 7:18-19, Jesus declares all foods clean, challenging the traditional dietary laws. This statement, however, wasn't just about food. It was a declaration that purity comes from the heart, not external actions. But does this mean the pig's symbolic role is erased? Some argue that the pig remains a cautionary symbol of spiritual uncleanliness and turning away from God. Here's where it all comes together. The pig's role in the Bible isn't just about diet, it's about identity, obedience, and transformation. The prohibition of pork wasn't arbitrary. It was a call for holiness, a way for the Israelites to reject the chaos and impurity of the surrounding cultures. But Jesus' declaration in the New Testament reminds us that while external symbols matter, they ultimately point to a deeper, internal truth. The pig, then, becomes a powerful symbol of God's grace, unclean, but redeemable. The story of the pigs and demons adds another layer. It suggests that even what is deemed unclean can serve God's purpose, reminding us that redemption is possible for all, regardless of past impurity. So, what is the truth about the pig in the Bible? It's more than just an unclean animal. It's a symbol of spiritual impurity, a marker of cultural distinction, and ultimately, a reminder of God's redemptive power. From the laws of Leviticus to Jesus' teachings in the New Testament, the pig challenges us to consider the meaning of purity, obedience, and transformation. Whether you see the pig as a symbol of caution or redemption, its role in the Bible is undeniable. It forces us to reflect on our own lives. Are we living with a heart of purity, or are we clinging to what makes us spiritually unclean? If this has given you a new perspective on the pig in the Bible, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into biblical mysteries. Let's uncover the truth together.